it doesn't last long. Asat. Now sometimes asat is translated as imaginary. So I am not translating as imaginary, but when sometimes asat is translated as imaginary, this body is imaginary because it is temporary. But body is factual, but I am the body is imaginary. Fine. Other part is for these two reasons. Reason A and B, the body is called asat. And the body, that conception is asat or imaginary conception. So the body is temporary, it is called asat. And this is sat. Factual means sat. When the body manifests from the energy of the Lord, it is sat. The body is sat and asat both. But I am the body is asat only. Similarly, the universe, this universe is also sat and asat. It is factual, energy of the Lord. It doesn't always last. The universe is both sat and asat. The personified Vedas, they express this, that this body, this universe is actually both sat and asat. For the reason, universe is temporary, it is called asat. Okay? So, universe is factual. This universe is Lord's form. They are asked that this universe is the form of the Lord. They can't conceive of Satchidanand, that is imaginary. Just like I am, the body is imaginary, but the body is factual. Universe is factual, but the universe is Lord's form. It's imaginary. Because they can't conceive, though this universe is the form of the Lord also, but still it's called imaginary. This universe is the form of the Lord, but this universe is Lord's, I would say here instead of form, this universe is Lord's Sarupa. So Sarupa is Sarupa. This is his factual form. Sarupa means this is his form, that's it. They have no conception of Satchidanand form. This universe is the Lord Sarupa. This is imaginary. There is a difference between form and Sarupa. Sarupa means factual form, eternal form. That is imaginary. But this universe is the form of the Lord, no doubt. But it's a material form. This universe is a material form of the Lord. It's not a Sarupa, it's not Satchidanand form, it's not a factual form. This universe is the form of the Lord. Is this up to here clear?
Form or a material manifestation of the Lord?
Material form can be considered as material form. The universe can be considered as a material form of the Lord. So now what happens is, now this is not Lord Sarupa, but they cannot conceive of the Lord's spiritual form, Satchidanand form. Therefore conceive this as the form of the Lord, that's it, and meditate. Then functionally what is happening? Through the matter they are thinking of the Lord and they are purified. Though this is not his Sarupa, conceive this. You got Sarupa as the form of the Lord and just meditate that I am living entity, I am not different than this universal form of the Lord. I am not different from this. So, though this form is said, this conception is imaginary, it connected them with the reality. Just like this body asat. Through this body we can achieve Supreme Lord, we can enter devotional service, which is Sat. Body is temporary, but we can achieve something eternal through this body, is it not? A temporary body can give eternal destination. This body, even though I consider I am the body, which is imaginary, but even if considering I am the body, I engage the body in Lord's service. What are the results? The results are factual. Even though jivas consider that they are the body, which is imagination, but with the body, when they serve the Lord, even though considering I am the body, the results are factual. The results are factual. So therefore, Virat Rupa meditation gives factual result, because it connects you with the Lord. The yogis are purified by Virat Rupa meditation. Though Prabhupada said this was a neophyte, yes, they can't conceive of spiritual form. They are asked to conceive this universe as the Lord only, meditate upon this Virat Rupa, and they are purified for that process.
So they consider themselves as the Virat Rupa, something you mentioned.
One, they consider themselves qualitatively one with the Lord. Okay, so Prabhupada gives another comparison. He says, just like personalist neophytes, personalist neophytes, they are given Archa Vigraha. So for the impersonalist, it is Virat Rupa. Prabhupada gives in the purport. Personalist, and he says neophytes. They are given Archa Vigraha. And impersonalist, so personalist is to Archa Vigraha, impersonalist is to Virat Rupa. Prabhupada gives this understanding in the purport. Also, neophyte and personalist, whatever.
Oh, neophyte and person.
Virat Rupa, then they can meditate on the super soul, they can advance. Okay, but the whole point is, if they only understand that Lord means Archa Vigraha, that is Prakriti Bhakta, neophytes, they should be able to see that the Lord is there beyond Archa Vigraha also. He is present in other forms. He is present in his Tadiya, the devotees of the Lord. He is also present in his abode, not just Archa Vigraha. When you learn to respect the Lord's presence in others, then he advances. But here is like only when a person is focused only in Archa Vigraha, neophyte. So he is a neophyte. But again, advanced devotees could be worshipping Archa Vigraha, Satchidanand form of the Lord. Advanced devotees could be. And seeing this, now you said Virat Rupa has no use for personalists. Why not? We see this universe as the Lord's energy, and we think of the Supreme Lord's personal form. Okay? Lord Chaitanya would see Yamuna, any river, he would remember Yamuna and Krishna. Yes. So therefore, even by seeing the Lord's universe, a devotee is reminded of the Lord. So even therefore, Archa Vigraha, although this comparison is given, personalist Archa Vigraha, but advanced devotees also serve Archa Vigraha Satchidanand. The neophytes do not have that love or that conception or that realization.
But the impersonalists do.
Impersonalists conceive Virat Rupa as the form of the Lord. That's it. So they are limited up to here only. They don't know that the Lord is present
Oh, like that.
in His abode as a super soul.
Who are you comparing the Yamuna and Vibhuti Yoga to?
Yeah, I'm saying that how even for the personalist, this Virat Rupa. Virat Rupa reminds of the Supreme Lord.
Oh, like that.
And the personalist.
Through looking at the Yamuna.
Yeah, just like the advanced devotees also, Archavigraha, they serve the Archavigraha as Sachidanand form of Krishna. Although this is made up of material elements, Archavigraha. See, both are here made up of material elements. Right? Both are made of material elements. But it purifies the neophytes and the Lord acts as Sachidanand Vigraha for the advanced devotees.
So they'll serve the Archer Vigraha in such another big.
Yeah, the person, those who are advanced devotees.
But that is the only way you should see it anyway.
Yeah, we all are told to see Him anyway, but we don't realize or we serve like that. Pure devotees can realize it. Okay, so fine, this is
No, but the super soul is always factual, right?
super soul. Super soul is the expansion of Srimad Akshaya Vishnu, Paramatma. It is functioning as long as material body is functioning. It is its functional expansion. The material will not be there, super soul is not functioning. That way. Okay, so let's go ahead. The Virat Rupa, we just discussed about the Virat Rupa, how it's factual, how it's imaginary, so on and so forth. So now the 23 elements amalgamate to form the Virat Rupa. What is this Virat Rupa which is formed? This is like a blueprint. This is within the universe, different planets, the living entity will be situated in this planet and so on and so forth. And then Brahma will assign. Right? Brahma will work on this blueprint of Virat Rupa. So as of now, the whole Virat Rupa is also a blueprint is being created within the universe.
What do you call a blueprint? Yes.
Because it's not the gross forms are not visible. The Virat Rupa has been formed.
What is a blueprint?
Blueprint, what is blueprint? Blueprint means here like you have a soft copy of how the building will look.
So like if you wanted to make loads of these, this one would be like a
You have the design ready in your laptop. This is how the Mayapur Institute will look.
Yeah.
But nothing has manifested. So Brahmaji will get the blueprint. Here the higher planets, here these devatas will be situated, so on and so forth. So the entire blueprint is Vishwarupa.
But a blueprint is something that you can make many of from that. So if you wanted to, you could use this as a blueprint.
Brahma will give the form based upon the Vishwarupa. Brahma will give the form.
Okay.
You can think like that. Because Brahma hasn't yet appeared. The Vishwarupa has been formed.
But is that a relevant example or not really?
This example, what did you say?
So basically, you could use this as a blueprint to make many of Blueprint.
No, blueprint has been with subtle design. You have the subtle, the Lord has subtly created, although it's not visible.
Also subtle. Oh, as in it hasn't been made yet, that's why.
Hasn't been made.
Oh.
Hasn't been made.
Like TOP, you just take example, how they are showing that these all things will come up, in the videos.
So when the architect is doing the plan and
Yeah.
estimating,
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
so that's the plan.
Oh.
The blueprint is the
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, plan, just the plan.
A drawing of this could be a blueprint.
Yeah. And then the Brahmaji gives the gross forms.
Wow.
That's how, as of now, the way we understand. Okay? So Virat Purusha is there and everything is situated on his body. All those gross forms are not visible. So, and Brahmaji will give that, the forms. So what happens then when these 23 elements combine? When these 23 elements combine together, the universal shell is created. Different universes are created. Within the universe, there is a blueprint of Vishwarupa.
Oh.
Within the universe, each universe. So 23 elements are combining to give different universe, the golden eggs. And they all float on Karan ocean. Okay, after.
What come from Vishnu's pores?
Yes.
So Vishwarupa is inside the universe, each universe. So what happens? 23 elements combine, and the universal shell is formed. Within the shell, the blueprint is formed of how the universe will be created by Brahma. The universes are formed. The golden eggs. So the golden eggs, they float on Karan ocean. Within the universe, there will be further Garbhodakshaya Vishnu will create Garbhasagar. This is Karan ocean, causal ocean. Each universe, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu will enter. So within the universe, the Vishwarupa is within the universe, like a blueprint, which will be given the form. When Brahma comes from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he will give the form. 14 elements are created within the stem, means within the span of the stem. But Vishwarupa is already there. So Brahmaji knows where it is what. Lord has already created blueprint of the planets and everything. Brahmaji will give a gross form.
Is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu there in the blueprint or not there in the blueprint?
No. Garbhodakshaya is not there as yet.
Because from his stem the blueprint comes.
Yeah, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu himself enters. See, Vishwarupa is formed. Then what happens? Now, after Vishwarupa is there and these universal eggs are formed, then 1000 years of inactivity is mentioned. So, these universal shells are formed and the blueprint is formed. But now, nothing is happening again. Nothing happens again. So, then there is 1000 years of inactivity.
Our 1000 years?
Celestial years. 1000 celestial years. 1000 celestial inactivity, nothing is happening. Then again the Lord enters into each universe as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Then from his navel comes the lotus. What does the lotus contains? No, Brahmaji is born on that lotus. What is the lotus represents? All the living entities and all the material elements spring forth in the form of lotus.
Jivas are in the lotus.
Jiva is the lotus. It's like a lotus with all the living entities and all the elements, they spring forth in the form of a lotus. The Brahmaji is born on that.
Oh, this one is about you teaching. Before the Brahma, now only Brahma coming.
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters, there is inactivity.
Oh, okay.
After the creation of the universes, elements come, universes are created, blueprint is created, nothing is happening.
Then enter.
Then again Lord enters at Garbhodaksha. Then Brahmaji,
Brahma.
and then Brahmaji gives the form in the Visarga, secondary creation.
So this blueprint is subtle, not gross.
Very subtle.
And when from the lotus everything comes, then the gross element.
Gross forms are
Yes,
given.
yes.
Gross
Why
forms.
there is this inactivity for 1,000 years?
Brahma.
Because everything depends on the Lord.
Oh,
Without the Lord, nothing is going to happen.
it's a Hindi science.
So celestial means heavenly, 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not just that. So when this happens, also this universal form it didn't complete. The universal form, further the universal form starts to, this is just the broad, the elements are combined, this universe is been created. This universal form also begins to now form mouth and organs. That also takes place after 1,000 years of activity.
Oh,
Yeah. So therefore the differentiation in the universal form also start taking place. So the mouth of the universal form is formed. Okay? And then from that the Devata in charge of the organ will enter.
in the each universe.
The elemental Devatas are there. They will enter the particular organ of the Virat Rupa. Virat Rupa will manifest organ. Then the particular Devata, right, along with the sense of speech, will enter the Virat Purusha. And then we will get the power of speech. That's how it is.
So I mean the sense devatas are entering into each of the universes. Because there are
In each universe is, either you can say there will be sense Devata, the Brahma is in each universe. So we are talking of one universe as of now. But that is replicated into each. We are talking of one universe. So within one universe the focus comes. Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters, Brahma comes, the four-headed Brahma is the smallest universe. We are talking of our universe. And then the elemental devas have been created. The mouth, the sense, the universal form, Virat Purusha, his organ will manifest. These sense devatas will go and reside in the organ. And then we will receive our power of speech and the organ of speech.
So it's for the living entities.
Yeah. So that we can receive.
But why does it take 1,000 years?
This 1,000 years is inactivity to show that unless the Lord acts, nothing will happen.
Oh. That-
Again.
This is wrong.
That's what universal.
That's celestial years as well.
Yeah. And nothing compared to eternity. 1,000 celestial years are nothing compared to eternity.
It's like a lightning flash.
Yeah.
So, don't you, how do the demigods enter? Through the stem or some other arrangement?
How the yes. They
No, because the jivas enter through the lotus. Is there a way that they also enter? Or they just
the jivas not enter in the set. There is a subtle stem. The lotus flower is a subtle stem. Within the span of the stem, the 14 planetary system are created by Brahmaji, which has already been created as a Vishwarupa.
That's in subtle form, right?
Vishwarupa is a blueprint.
Hmm.
So Brahmaji will give the gross form. The living entities will be placed. The Devatas go and take their shape, their place already in the universal form, in the organ of universal form. So from those organs we get our power of speech and the organs.
How they enter?
How can Devatas enter? Devatas they have mechanisms much superior than known to us.
Do you recommend any videos where we can understand this and see it more and understand it?
Okay, to your question, Maitreya Rishi, Agata Bodh hai, he says I have described to you, but all this is inconceivable. But whatever my little intelligence could assimilate, I have described to you. Right? Rest everything is inconceivable. That's what Maitreya says at the end of this chapter.
Yes, last
Right? So he said, and who is Maitreya? He is the student of Vyasadeva, right? The godmother of, the companion of Vyasadeva, and student of Parashar Muni, and already described her, directly heard from Krishna and Agad Bodhe. He says all is inconceivable for him. And you're saying, let's make a video.
No, there something where...
Can be done, but I don't have
No,
it.
do people, devotees have made something, right, in the past? Huh?
The more you go into it, the more you will see that there are contradictions and inconceivable. You find many contradictory descriptions. So whatever our intelligence can allow from the description of Bhagavatam, Acharya's commentary, we try to assimilate. That's it.
and move on to the part. That is how you know.
See, there are two things. The one thing is we don't try to understand and we say, I don't understand the Lord. That is what? That is ignorance. But when we really try to understand from the description of Bhagavatam, try our best. And then we say, I do not understand the Lord. One is the statement of ignorance, other is the statement of knowledge. First is the statement of foolishness, second is the statement of great appreciation. After you try to understand and then say, I really don't understand, when we try our best, that statement is statement of knowledge and great appreciation for the Lord. Otherwise, simply ignorance. We can directly say, I don't understand the Lord. Like Brahmaji, with his 4 heads, after doing all the creation and participant, he says, I do not really know the Lord in 10.14. There are many people who claim, I know the Lord. He said, as far as I am concerned, I do not know anything about Him. He is so infinite. I do not really understand Him. But his statement that we do not understand Him is a statement of great appreciation. That means he knows the Lord, but no one can fully understand.
Does that include the planetary systems? The 14 planets?
14 planetary systems exist in the Vishwarupa, and Brahmaji will give the gross form to the 14 planetary systems.
And this is after the living entities?
Hmm?
After the living entities?
After the living entities, all the living entities come forth from the lotus,
Right, but...
and along with the elements, the Brahma is born.
Right.
And then the planetary system in his blueprint is already there.
So that's the subtle aspect, right?
And then gross form will be given by Brahmaji.
Okay, so that's after the living entities get their gross forms, then the planetary systems gain their gross forms?
No, planetary system will get the gross form first, and the living entities will populate the planetary system.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the living entity will be populating. And which kind of living entity will go where? That blueprint has already been created. The Devatas, those are mode of goodness inside in the higher planets, that's all in the Vishwarupa only. And Brahma will then send them. Give them appropriate form and send them. Already allocated, allocation is done. Like allocation is done, and when they actually come, we send them.
Do the sense devatas also Brahma put them in the heavenly planets or nothing is mentioned?
Brahma himself is one of the sense devatas. Rudra is another.
Yes, I
So like
saw
that.
one of the.
So there is the sense devatas also. Indra is another sense devata. Vayu, Agni are there. So they are there in the heavens.
Okay.
So they didn't have the form earlier, but they get the form now.
But then that post someone else also gets during the course of creation.
There are some. It seems like Brahma himself is a devata, Shiva is a devata. Supreme Lord himself takes charge of another element, which is Chitta, Vishnu. So they are not posts. In the sense, Brahma, for the entire creation, Brahma is in charge of the Mahatattva. Lord Shiva is in charge of false ego for the entire creation. So that won't be changing.